Hey, Assalamualaikum guys, welcome to Malik Bhai, and today we're going to be talking about Prophet Luth alayhi salam. Anybody knows how he was related? I've already mentioned it. How was he related to nephew of who?
Prophet Ibrahim.
Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. We have covered stories of Prophet Adam all the way to Prophet Luth, Ibrahim alayhi salam. Today we're going to be covering Prophet Luth, and then we're going to be continuing with story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. So if this is the first time you're coming to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. We're going to be talking about a lot of stories, a lot of lessons from Quran and from the sayings of the prophets. Eventually, we're going to, after the stories of the prophet, we're going to get into the seerah, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu story, and then, of course, the signs of Day of Judgment, the description of hellfire, paradise. So much to talk about. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Okay, so guys, we finished the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. We talked about Prophet Ismail alayhi salam as well. That was his son with which wife? Hajar. Okay, and then later on, we'll find out that he gets a news about another son, which is Prophet Ishaq. Okay, so Prophet Ishaq. Okay, through him comes Prophet Yaqub, then comes Prophet Yusuf, and all the way down to Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Prophet Musa. All these prophets came from Prophet Ishaq. The other son of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who is which one? Ismail. And Prophet Ismail's story, we talked about him. We talked about how he was, the story of Zamzam, and then him building the Kaaba with his dad. So through Prophet Ismail, all the way down, which prophet comes? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So last week you had that question about how Prophet, they said that both of them, Prophet Ismail and Ibrahim alayhi salam, are making dua while they're building the Kaaba. That, oh Allah, accept this from us and send them a prophet amongst them. And then you asked, okay, well, how do we know that it's Prophet Muhammad we're talking about? Because through Prophet Ismail comes Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All the other prophets, especially the ones that were sent to Bani Israel, were coming from Prophet Ishaq. Okay? All right, so let's get on with Prophet Luth. Luth was sent to people of Sodom, they call it, okay? Sodom. And he wasn't from, so now, here's the thing. Whenever these prophets were dealing with different people, each nation had its own problem. So they were dealing with that problem in itself. And Prophet Luth had a very, very bad problem that he had to talk about. So for example, I'll give you an example. Like if, let's say, a brother is smoking, okay? What talk would you be giving them about?
Like
How
smoking affects your lungs.
You're right. Or you can talk about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you to take care of your health. He will ask you questions about your health, things like that. But you shouldn't be, I mean, it is nice, but you shouldn't just say, hey man, you're smoking. By the way, you should pray 5 times a day. Maybe he is already praying 5 times a day, right? So you gotta concentrate on the biggest problems that they have and tackle those. So all of these other prophets that were sent down, they were dealing with the problems of their own nation. So, but you know why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us these problems of these other nations? Because us as Muslims in the last prophet, we're going to be dealing with all of these problems. We're going to deal with people who are doing bad transactions. We're going to be dealing with people who are worshiping idols. We're going to be dealing with people who are, just making fun of the laws of Allah. Or Prophet Shoaib, we talked about how they're just doing bad transactions, right? And things like that. So there's going to be, so Prophet Luth alayhi salam, they were suffering from a disease, not a disease, but they were committing this sin of homosexuality. What does that mean?
Marrying boys. Boys are marrying boys and girls are marrying girls.
Yes, and we know that's not right.
Like they're marrying their own gender.
Their own gender, yes. Okay, and this is a big problem right now as well, which we are promoting. We're saying it's all good. You can marry whoever you love, right? But we know that it's not right. They used to, and on top of that, they were criminals. They used to rob the travelers. And so Prophet Ibrahim, like, you're committing a great sin and you're doing it publicly, meaning they had no shame. Sometimes we do bad things, but we do it in our homes
Like secretly.
secretly. We don't want other people to know about it. We don't want other, but they had no shame. They're just doing it openly. Okay, so and on top of that, they were the first one who invented this sin, which is pretty bad. Nobody before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that nobody before you had done this, where you're marrying boys with boys and girls with girls. Okay, so, and they had no shame, and the answer was, drive them out of your land, because these are the people who want to be pure. These are the people, how do you say pure in Arabic? Right? Tahara is the process of cleansing yourself. Tahir is the person who's clean. Mutatahirin are the people, right? So when people will come, like Prophet Luth Islam will come and say, hey, you guys are doing disgusting things, like don't do it. And they used to do it openly, okay? That, like for example, like boys will be kissing boys, openly in public, okay? And that's just disgusting. And they had zero shame. And so then they're like, hey, kick these people out of our land. These are the people who want to purify themselves. It was like a mockery for them. Like they're like, hey, we're they knew that they're doing something that's dirty, but they just didn't care. And in fact, they made fun of somebody who was who will do these nasty things. Okay, so it's like basically saying, hey, you want to be pure? You're in a wrong place. Go somewhere else. Get out of this land. We're gonna do what we like to do. Okay, so Lut said, I'm not going to associate myself with whatever you guys are doing, which means we can live in a society which has bad going on as long we are telling them that they're wrong. Okay, so he's like, I'm not gonna, and don't associate yourself with them. Don't do things that they're doing. If they're doing good, do good. But if they're doing bad, stay away from bad. So Lut asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, just protect me and my family from these wrongdoers. Okay? So, let's, right. So here's the thing. So you're right. You already know the story maybe later on. So Prophet Lut's family, one of them was actually doing the wrong thing. But here's the deal. When you say that this is my family, oh Allah, save my family, somebody else had made that dua as well. Prophet Nuh. And then his son drowned, and he's like, oh Allah, you said you're gonna protect my family. How come he passed away? How come he drowned? And then he will be same thing with Prophet Ibrahim. He was sad that his father, he's like, oh Allah, forgive my father. And then he was sad about it, that that he wasn't Muslim. But here's the thing: your family, of course, you have family by blood. But at the end of the day, and on the day of judgment, your family is the one who believed in Allah. All the believers are going to be together, and that is how you're going to be separated. Okay. So in this case, he's like, Allah, save me and my family from these people that they're doing these disgusting things. So now let's go to another town. 3 guests came to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay, and they say that whenever a guest comes, what should you do for them? Well, you should give them food. Okay, so there's 2 ways you should look at it. One is by quantity and quality. Good quality, and give them a lot. Take care of your guest. Okay, you should really honor your guest. They're guests, and you can gain so much reward by Allah by honoring your guest. Okay, so now in one of the ayahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Prophet Ibrahim goes and slaughters a calf. That's an expensive thing, right? You're slaughtering a cow. So in one of them it says that it was a fat calf, and in another one it says it was a roasted calf. So fat tells us the quantity, roasted meaning he cooked it, he made it nice and delicious for them. That shows you the quality. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did that for his 3 guests that came out of nowhere. He doesn't even know them. Okay, so Ibrahim presented them this food. Did the guests eat them?
No.
They didn't. Okay. Now back in the days there was a code that even what's a code? They say I have a code.
A creed.
Okay, code, a creed, a belief. You can say it is my code that I don't hang out with such and such people, right? Stuff like that. So even bad people, they even had some ethics, some code. And that code was the killers, that when you're about to kill someone, you should not eat from their plate. Okay? So I'm not going to eat from the, right? So they had this code. So now Prophet Ibrahim, what does he think?
He thinks that they're trying to kill him.
He thinks, yeah, because they're like, we don't want to eat this, right? So they said, don't be afraid. We are people who are sent to Luth. And Prophet Ibrahim right away understood that these are the people, these are angels coming down from Allah, and they're here to destroy the nation of Luth. And since Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was more, honorable, he's Khalilullah, he's a very honorable prophet. They wanted to let him know as well, hey, this is what we're about to do to Prophet Luth. So in the next part, we'll finish the story of Prophet Luth. This is Malik Bhai. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and share this. And of course, don't forget to watch part 2. Assalamu alaikum.